for a major pool final by a saxophone performance.
Oh, that's a real good sign. Ball went in clean as a whistle.
We stop the clock.
And once again, KAC's colleague
Thank you.
on the white.
It's been buzzing around all day. Maybe not the same one, of course, but it's funny earlier how much it disrupted KAC when you see the size of him, such a tiny thing.
And there you see it again. I wonder if that's the same fly.
Well, it looks as though GORST is going to fly through the opener. Of course, there are nerves in a World Championship final, no matter who you are, even if you have won it before, as he has. It's the ultimate nerve settler in pool, a break and run in the very first rack.
Oh boy, caught it a little thin. Once again, he's got such great touch. That's how that 8
The extension, please.
ended up dropping.
Quality break, a favourable layout. And from there, FEDOR GORST has seen it out nice and easily, nice and steady. He leads 1-0. With the recovery from 6-2 down to win 9 in a row and see off Johan Chua. But as we were saying, it's been a very different route to this man. Twice he's been 1 rack away from going out of the championship this week. Other matches he's been pretty close to the brink. Here he is now with a chance to lead 2-0 in the final.
Yeah, he's going to have to keep the foot on the gas. I've sensed that KAC has had a rough start in the last couple matches. But he really picks it up mid-match. GORST knows what type of player KAC is.
Yeah, it wasn't just the hill finishes against Kyle Amoroto and Chang Yulong. The big comeback against Amir Ali that I was talking about. Long Duc Tien was a couple of racks away from knocking him out in losers round 1. That finished 9-7. Chris Melling looked like he was going to be comfortably beaten, but staged a late rally before going down 11-9. Earlier today, Wojciech Szewczyk just wouldn't go away. Eventually, GORST won 11-8. So the only comfortable match he's had, really, was the quarter-final last night against Anton Raga, who actually, on paper, looked like his toughest opponent, but it finished 11-4.
Yeah, Michael, and the way he just played that 6 was so clean. Letting the stroke out. Very compact. Develops so much power from such a smooth transition. It's going to fall perfect on the 8. GORST looking ahead to a 2-0 lead.
Had to battle so much harder than he did in the opening rack. But it's gone the same way. FEDOR GORST leads EKLENT 2-0 in the World Championship final.
Very, very defensive early in this match. Not saying that he's supposed to shoot at that, but there was a couple other decisions that he's already made. We've only played 2 games. There's a couple other decisions he's already made, Michael, that have kind of surprised me.
And didn't we see that at the start of his semi-final as well? There were one or two shots we were both raising our eyebrows at in terms of the selection. He didn't go attacking. Maybe he just prefers to settle in and let that take care of itself later. But it is noticeable once again.
And that's what it looks like, but I don't know that he can afford to wait and settle in. This kid here knows the magnitude.
Well, put it this way, you're not going to win a race to 15 against FEDOR GORST for the World Championship, ducking the big shots.
Yeah, does he have room to come above the 8? Oh, yeah.
Between two of the very best in the world. I think you'd expect it, more likely than not, to be fairly close. So, to be given 3 rack start, effectively, before the other guys got one on the board, that could be huge.
Yeah, and let's not forget the history of this event so far this week, right? Maybe a little pressure off of GORST. He's faced so much adversity this week. And it even looks to me, Michael, like he's picked up the pace. Maybe getting a little more comfortable.
Well, he'll be pretty comfortable with this situation now. It's your classic routine 8 and 9 for the rack. So KAC gave him the chance, made the safety error. GORST stroked one in from distance. And once again, he's done the rest from there. FEDOR GORST leads this world final 3-0.
Oh, he's gone defensive again. The crowd likes it. I guess I just want him to shoot at his hole.
Well, those numbers endorse what you were saying about not having shot at many balls. He's just been contained by GORST for so much of it so far.
Yeah, and you gotta be so careful playing safe against this young man. He's gonna go to the air, and he's gonna execute. Well, he caught that a little heavy, so it was the right move by KAC. Behind the purple. Yeah, it's taken off on him a little bit more than he expected. The cue ball. Like to have stopped it almost on the pink. You want to go forward a couple inches, not 5 or 6. That's the difference in where he's at now and where he wanted to be. Does the 5 play off the brown, and can he nudge up behind the 6 at the same time? Oh, looky here. Does it have the speed? It does. Go ahead, GORST.
Genius, imagination, and a bit of pure magic.
Right down the pipe.
Fair to say, he's hit a purple patch.
He's looking very good. Oh, this is pretty good from where he was. Pretty good.
Yeah, that is Mohammed Sufi on the left. Oh, I was going to say give us a wave, but that's so much better. Had a great championship again. Oh, we've had a little fist bump,
Extension call.
a salute. Still an entertainer, even after he's gone out of the championship. We'll see much more from him in the years ahead, no doubt.
Yeah, what's KAC got up his sleeve here? Yeah, I think he wants to catch the top rail as well. He can get a lot of distance. Could make this ball. Seen a lot of players come short because this first rail will lengthen out. Uh-oh. Oh, nicely done. It's going to hold up. You've got to wonder if he played that. I've seen him play that shot many times this week. Is there a possible carom on the 9 here? Yeah, just gonna bunt up. Oh, almost got a rub on the brown. Did he leave a shot?
It's like a Kielce reunion here because Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, who beat Sufi in that final last year, is also standing in front of us. And as you'd expect, David O'Cady is right beside him.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to jump much of it, using every inch of the clock. Where is this going to finish? Perfect for GORST. And he might be doing it again. Yeah, he's coming at it, but it doesn't have the gas. Michael, I believe the pink passes the 4. Excuse me, passes the 7 in the lower left. This needs to settle just in time.
Yeah, he's okay, but we say it so often, don't we? Coming in and out of the jaws like that. It's so hard to predict what the cue ball is going to do, and the further away you're shooting at the object ball from, the more you're trusting to fortune a bit. But he's okay on the 4.
Yeah, clean strike there.
So should win it now.
Yeah, he'd like to get closer to the brown. Yeah, very good. The 8 does play in the lower right. Michael, this is typically the time where we see KAC start to come alive. I'm noticing these balls going in fairly clean.
Well, he was 4 racks behind in the early exchanges of his semi-final earlier today. 4 behind again in the final. But is that going to be the start of him turning it around again? KAC closes to 5-2.
Well, that needs to settle.
It's your choice, FEDOR.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if FEDOR entertains. Evaluating.
The extension, please.
Well, in the last match, it was the 2-ball. The score was 6 apiece. FEDOR jumped a full ball. It was very close to the cue ball and made one of the best back cuts on the 2 that I've ever seen. He won that game. And obviously the match.
Yeah, that was the semi-final against Wojciech Szewczyk, who wouldn't go away, and even when it went 10-6, GORST only needed one more. Szewczyk still made him work for it. The battle to get over the line for GORST, and only an hour or so later, was back out here for this final, where he's made a good start, looking to continue it here.
Buckle your seatbelts. It's in.
And it's finished pretty nice as well.
He's had a good record jumping the 2-ball this week. Position, well, almost perfect. Well, there you see the elevation. This isn't too bad at all. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this has landed extremely difficult for GORST.
Extension called.
Yeah, too thin, I think, to come to the right side. 3 is too far up. In this line, you can see a bunch of traffic with the 6 and 9. He's going to have to split the window. Wow. He did split the window, Michael. I don't know that he's going to like this.
Some racks just feel bigger than others, don't they? And this is already developing into one of them, even with only one ball removed from the table.
Yeah, he's got him absolutely glued to the back of the brown. Yeah, actually,
Foul stroke.
pretty neat
Ball in
effort.
net.
Came just short.
I think the primary reason it feels so big is because of the scoreboard. It's getting to that point where you feel even one more rack for GORST just takes him to the next level in terms of how much he's in control of this final. Yep, it was at 6-2 down that he started to turn things around in his semi-final against Johan Chua. Of course, there's a bit more room for manoeuvre when the target is 15. Of course, he denied Chua even winning another rack in that match. Unlikely he'll do that to GORST. Okay, so things will feel a lot better for EKLENT after winning that one. FEDOR GORST now leading by 6 racks to 3.
He's going to stitch him up against the 8. And I like what he did there as well, as long as that 3 settles. Leaving the 3 out in the middle like that makes it much more difficult to navigate. Well, the more I look at this, Michael, he has to come off the bottom rail. Really good shot using the second rail, realizing the 3's a bigger ball from that angle. He had to just miss the middle pocket to the top side to make that contact.
The extension, please.
You can just feel the gravity of this event. Every single shot.
Yeah, you know, I was tempted to say a moment ago it feels like a very big rack again, but I think if we start saying that, we'll end up saying it every single rack. But this is a big opportunity now. So GORST steadily moved into a 5-1 lead. They've been trading racks since. This 9 is to continue that and go 4 clear once again.
FEDOR GORST.
KAC really needs the flow of this match to change quite dramatically, because the way things are going at the moment, he's not going to get anywhere near GORST. The American Mosconi Cup player leads 7-3.
Cue ball naturally tracking towards the pink. Yeah, he does have a pocket.
But he hasn't deposited the 3 into it. Just a glimmer of hope for KAC, Scott.
Yeah, and you hear a big sigh from the crowd. He was a little quick in the backswing. He did catch that ball thin. I know it was most likely because he didn't have a whole pocket, I don't believe. I know he didn't have the right side of the pocket with the 3.
At 8-3 down, you've got to make something like this
Extension,
count.
please.
Yeah, not easy coming out of this corner right now. Watch out, Brown.
You might look at it and say, well, okay, the way this has gone, 8-4 is about the best I could have hoped for. If I start playing a bit better, who knows what might happen. Not that he's been dreadful or anything, but just been 1 or 2 moments. Indications of things he needs to step up a bit. He has won the rack. So once again, he's back to 4 behind. 8-4 to GORST in the World Championship final.
To do so. Oh, very well stuck though. To stick that cue ball like that with the control of the pink. I don't know if he's got him covered up, but even if he doesn't, an amazing hit right
The
there.
extension, please.
Oh, and there's a good look. He's just got him eclipsed. We know GORST going to the air. I'd say he's an underdog to make this, but not by much. This is the difference between FEDOR GORST and the rest of the world.
And you and JJ, you both called it at the start. You highlighted this. You said what a significant factor it could be in the final. And that is not the first time we've seen him knock in a wonderful pot like that, jumping so far tonight. But where's it left him, Scott?
I believe it does play to the top left, but it's really tight. Looks like he's going back down table with the purple. Oh, and the speed and the accuracy. Ideal. Boy, this is dangerous. Easily missed the purple on a shot like this, Michael. It's kind of an illusion where you feel like you can catch a piece of it. But he could, and he knew it. But it's going to stop short of the mark. Look at the pace of GORST. Very clean.
Yeah, we've been saying that about so many of his shots all night so far. Just such an air of efficiency about everything he does. One good shot here, and this rack should be his. But he hasn't produced it, Scott.
No, actually a shocking miss right there. He was trying to force an angle. He had a little bit of the awkward angle to the left long rail. Trying to force it. I thought he might just hold there and take the tougher shot on the 7. To the 2 will create good distance. Yeah, just like this. You can't do any better than that. And there you see it, absolutely perfect behind the red 3.
It's been a while since there were only 2 in it. You have to go all the way back to when it was 3-1 in GORST's favour for that to have been the case. What KAC's looking to do here. But a conundrum to figure out here in rack 14.
And KAC going to the air. Does his past injuries have anything to do with jumping the ball now? I know it's his bridge arm. Just has me curious. Well, obviously not. Here's another look. Right by the pink 4. He's going to have to do it again. And caught that a little fat.
It's such a big shot, wasn't it? Because he knew that if he got it this time, position was all but guaranteed on the 4. I'm not going to say again, Scott, that it feels like a very big rack, because I'm really repeating myself now, but the way the racks are playing out, it's not all break and runs, they're all a bit more protracted, so every one of them feels more significant.
Here's a great look. Oh, under the steam, spears it to the top left, and gains position. He was on the bottom rail there. Great sign for GORST.
Your enthusiasm and your years of experience and knowledge. I suggest after this we go and find somewhere nice to sit and watch the climax of this year's World Championship, because it looks as though it could be a long night ahead in Jeddah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at this.
Wait a minute! Well, what a moment that would have been for us to finish on, Scott.
Yeah, I'm in shock. I thought the 9 was for sure gonna go in.
Yes, you have.
Well, when the 4 first hit it, it looked
The extension, please.
all over like the 9 was going to drop. Just slowed up and lost pace. He feels a bit cheated now, even though it would have been an extraordinary stroke of luck.
Yeah, that's a great point. I'm pretty sure the 9 is gonna drop now.
Off the 4 to Karam the 9. What a finish to that rack. FEDOR GORST, having lost 3 in a row, he's taken that one. 3 clear again, but he still needs half a dozen more if he's to be champion for the second time.
He's queuing downward. He's going to show us that power that we all know he has.
Just don't want to hit this too hard. Yeah, that's what I like. I mean, I'm not saying this is easy, but he decided to take his medicine on the thin cut. This is tough.
Yeah, and I think he had to kind of power up to get the cue ball where he wanted on the bank. Now, if he's queuing down, he's considering a bank here as well.
Surely he plays the cut here, Jeremy. If he's going to play the bank, you play the bank in the side and stop the cue ball on the 5 ball.
I agree. Wow, that's sweet stuff.
Big shot there from KAC on the green 6.
Yes, in racks 13 and 14, a 6 ball went astray for GORST. That one, though, not in with aplomb.
Well, when it comes to sports, you got to be a man about it, and this guy will do that. He'll have a talking to with himself after a mistake or two, and just basically, you know, to keep it simple, you got to man up. Got a little sideways there.
Didn't get the cue through the cue ball properly and low enough there. It kind of turned into a stun shot, and now he's just asked himself a little bit of a question here. Big shot coming up. This is to just pull to 2 behind again. It's a 50-yard 9 ball.
And the bumblebee stings KAC.
The extension, please.
All because of the cue ball control from the 8 ball. He had a nice angle. He just had to play low right, draw the cue ball back down the rail. JJ, them 50-yard 9 balls, they catch us all out at some point.
Yeah, and especially when you do it to yourself. If your opponent leaves you that, you're really, your mouth is watering just to knock the back of the pocket out. But something mental when you get yourself out of line, especially in the biggest 9-ball tournament ever.
What a big shot this is, Phil.
Biggest of the final so far.
Wasn't easy. It was not easy. It was a free go, though, for FEDOR GORST. A shot at the 9 where he would have thought when he sat in his chair he would never get back to the table. You could see how close it was. KAC's got a bank on the 9 into the pocket where he stood.
Yeah, and he's got to kind of smooth it, Carl. If he puts any speed here, it will go wide to the long rail. It's just how the bank plays. Oh,
Wow.
he didn't even shoot it.
Wow, and a little shot, Jeremy. I'm not saying don't play safe. It looked like it set up okay for the bank for me.
And he got down initially and then changed his mind. So one of the best bankers in the world now. He made one last night against Raga that no one will forget.
Yeah, GORST, he's not holding back here. He's banking the 9 into the bottom left corner pocket.
Yeah, that's wide. So KAC won't miss this one, that's for sure. I don't think so anyways.
Well, one thing is guaranteed, KAC's safety decision was ultimately vindicated. But there's pressure on this. There's pressure on everything.
Well, he's queuing near the rail, Jeremy. It's not a complete gimme, this 9.
Oh, I thought he would elevate a hair and stun.
Missed the 9 in his first attempt, but not for the second.
When your accuracy can be so good on a one rail kick, I think he's got to go to the bottom cushion like you talked about, Carl.
What a view, what a setting, what an arena. And it's great to see the fans has come out to support this final. We've been hoping for a good crowd all week. I'm glad these two players have got one. 2 rail kick. Needs a bit of help.
Yeah, I was always afraid there wasn't going to be a lot of speed once he had to elevate the cue.
And it's now imperative for GORST to have a solid visit.
Yeah, and a bit unlucky, right? Anything other than right in the face of the 2, he's got a chance to get some separation. Maybe even a snooker.
Middle of the pocket. And now it sets up for a chance for FEDOR GORST again.
Yeah, he'll just stun here. Stay on this side of the 6 ball to play a bit of distance on the pink.
Yeah, the short cue has been FEDOR GORST's friend this week, it seems. If he's not potted the ball, if he's missed it, he's had a couple of flukes in the semi-final. He finished with a fluke with the jump cue, and then he fluked to snooker just there as well.
Yeah, he wants to stun 2 rails, and if he's going to stun 2 rails, I would go ahead and be pretty aggressive, trying to get pretty close to this 5 overall. Don't want to back off with the 5 near the side pocket. You want to have options. Yeah, I like this. That way he can draw the ball if he had to. He can really play something with a lot of accuracy. May take a little more distance here on the 9, where many would just come 1 rail down the table.
Yeah, here comes that little look down the potting angle. Watch outside pocket. Well,
Yeah.
a little bit fortunate in this rack, FEDOR GORST. We know the middles are tight, so I suppose if you'd have scratched, some might say a little unfortunate, but pool players know where them side pockets are. And Jeremy, I was with you. I thought just the 1 rail, even though you said he likes the 2 rail stun.
FEDOR GORST wins two
It's
racks.
easy to pot balls when everything is going according to plan, when you're well in front and in control of a match. Is lose their normal rhythm.
Oh my, is that fatigue? Is that fatigue right there, that miss?
It might be fatigue, it might well be pure tension. What a blunder.
Have you ever in your life seen GORST miss a ball like that?
Yeah, it reminds me of the 3-ball he missed in the U.S. Open. A big shot in that final that I think turned things around. Got Ko Ping Chung really some separation. Of course, he has a lead here, so things a bit different. This is awkward as well. I was about to say, just because the cue ball path.
Both players, it's fair to say, are definitely feeling the situation. It's understandable.
It's as predicted. You and I, Carl, had a conversation when this prize fund was issued, and we said when it gets down to the last few racks, doesn't matter who it is, they will be under it in a major way.
I was about to say he's not going to miss the pot. That's for sure. The 4's going down, but he had to work the cue ball.
Just got to take care of this positional shot. As long as he gets on the 3, Jeremy, sorry, he should be okay. All the balls are there then, so this is the big shot.
Yeah, he may have to ease it. The brown 7 kind of worries me a little bit if he moves the cue ball a lot. The brown 7. Nice shot. Nice shot. And that's what I mean. Go ahead and you feel it, right? Go ahead and let it go a little bit.
Yeah, what you mean by that is he felt the angle was there, the 2-railer. He saw the shot. He pulled the trigger, he found the correct line. Well, this match has been going on probably around 3 hours time now. We expected it to be a little longer than what we've seen on tour, didn't we, Phil? Purely because what is at stake?
Yes, and a point made before, GORST had that grueling semi-final beforehand, with very little time in between.
Yeah, well, Kachi's feeling good because I was outside when he arrived, and it was like 20 minutes before the show started at 7:30.
Once more, EKLENT KAC shows just how stubborn, how determined he is. The scratch on the break was very expensive for FEDOR GORST. It's 11-9.
Final. Not quite at the corner.
Close stroke.
Back-to-back scratches in the same pocket. Lost the cue ball, too much draw.
Yeah, and that one's on him. Like Carl said, hit the one a bit thick. Maybe a little outside English as well. Did he get a little shave off the 6 there?
Well, he may play this hard and come back across. Probably just over to the right.
I think he's coming across, but I like short side myself. And now he's stretching a little thin, and tell you what, this is all about how you hit the pocket with the cue ball speed. Don't think he likes to add a lot of side spin usually, so may play both short cushions here.
Yeah, when you look at where the 8 ball is from the previous camera angle, there was nothing wrong with short side. Looks a little short. Looks a little short, JJ. He's on the 50-yard line. Okay. One of these little thin cutbacks.
He's used that extension as well, so. And he's got to address the cue ball. This is fairly natural, one rail to the upper right with the white rock.
And all because he caught that 8 ball just too thick. The relief for FEDOR GORST is palpable. You know, this week Saudi Arabia have put on a show to remember, the inaugural World 9-Ball Championship here, and I'll tell you what, so too are GORST and KAC. 12-9 now.
Right in
No, he goes at the pot here, Jeremy.
I think he can make it myself.
I think I was in exhibition mode there.
And just a soft little spin. Didn't want to push the 7 too far. That's what I was thinking about as well. And he's got a difficult shot on the 8. It's very playable, but he's got to play it to a pocket that doesn't allow you to slide the ball in, really. So this has got to be pure.
He didn't like it. He did not like it.
FEDOR GORST 1-0.
What a time to break and run out for FEDOR GORST. He did it in rack 1. He did it in rack 11. And now...
and stick.
And I think you're right. I know a lot of people say, what's the score matter? But I think it definitely matters in that position. And what a shot to come with under the circumstances.
Yeah, wonderful kick shot. GORST took a gamble.
Turning the tables.
And pool's so funny. I keep saying that I think that the players as a whole these days
Extension,
are a
please.
little light on the push out at times, but on the other end of things, I think players as a whole, they kick at the ball so much better than the players from years ago. They really dissected that part of the game.
Well, he's going to need a good one here, Jeremy.
And you don't have to kill it. Is he coming off just one side cushion here? I would want to hit this ball heavy. I think heavy has more opportunity.
Foul stroke. Ball in hand.
Well, it's been said so many times before,
Please start the
but
shot clock.
it really is now or never for EKLENT KAC.
Yeah, he's running out of time. But he has ball in hand.
Yeah, real, very well earned ball in hand too, and that kick shot on the last.
Extension, please.
Taking his extension, working out his options. Nothing too awkward. Nothing too difficult apart from the situation.
Yeah, I would have liked to save the extension here with ball in hand myself with this layout, but of course he's been going through these events and he knows what he's doing and very in tune with himself. Kind of punched that a little bit. Wanted to get close. Referring to the break shot. Sorry, Carl.
Yeah, I was just thinking when you said that, yeah, break's not really been quite happening, so you've got to change something up on the break. Well, it's this 9-ball. EKLENT KAC to get to double figures as well.
EKLENT KAC.
EKLENT KAC not been able to access his A game in this final so far, but of course he's always got the opportunity to reserve his best for last. Not out of this yet.
Now he's kind of sizing up the cut. Boy, I'll tell you.
Thing is, Jeremy, going off the top rail, he didn't really have to hit it hard. Just give it that bit more.
And he's going to kill this with high left. Got to go as well. Got to go as well.
We thought it was going to be his first break and run out
The extension,
of
please.
the match. It might not be a winning rack, let alone a break and run out.
Yeah, this is the problem. He's been put in a position where he's been fighting to get back
Just
level.
stop the clock for us, please.
Bit of a mental error on the 6 ball. If he plays the
Restart the
cue
clock,
ball
please.
off the short rail, he cannot fail. He didn't have to hit it that hard, just a bit more topspin. What a big ball this is now for GORST on the 7. He knows if he slots this in, it's a tough pot. He could put himself on the hill with a huge bit of breathing space in this final.
Yeah, 2 shots in a row. Talk about it all the time. The greatest players in all sports, when the nerves are high, they tend to quit at impact a little bit. I think that's what happened with KAC. Watch out 9 ball if he's stunning 2 rails.
Where's it going to finish? It's going to finish okay for KAC. Wasn't easy, to be fair, from FEDOR GORST, was it? But it was a chance to get on the hill.
Yeah, and he likes to stun the ball so much. I thought he might just take a little more distance on the 8, right? And just go the side rail, end rail, and take your chances.
Yeah, kind of one of them, if you hook yourself, put it down to bad luck sort of thing.
All norms now out of the window.
This final has had absolutely everything.
Yeah, he's looking at this quite a lot. Wow. Good thing he's a tall man, I'll tell you. And he stood over for a bit. We couldn't quite get the view, but now that's what you call position.
Fantastic.
The gap returns to 2. What a final. And EKLENT KAC not being made to pay for that positional misjudgment on the 7.
Yeah, but you don't want to try and squeeze it on the 8. You can't play too abnormally, right? Just lay it on the behind the 8 on the rail. A little light with the cue ball. Maybe a little more emphasis on that 2. Good stuff, though.
Yeah, you say a little light.
Probably just what he wanted, actually.
Yeah, it's perfect. GORST will be kicking at this one.
GORST is in front, but I just get the impression that KAC's feeling the better of the 2 right now.
Yeah, and you know, we've said it, haven't we, early on? Pool's a game where you break the balls, you don't know who's going to get
The extension, please.
the more shots on the lowest ball or the easier run-outs. We felt GORST was getting a little bit of that in the early match, but things change. All you can do is what EKLENT KAC's done. He's hung in, he's stuck in this final, and he's made it a final.
I tell you, this is on the fence for me. He's got to bend it going this way. Off the right side rail, it's not easy, but it is natural. So you got to give it time to bend here, Carl.
Yeah, what Jeremy means is after the ball hits the rail, it'll arc. Well, he'll take this, I think. He will take this. Wow.
All day and every day he'll take it.
Yeah, this is difficult. He's got to cut the 2 a bit, right? Kill the cue ball. Talk about the
Extension
jump he
call.
may leave in the last shot. Certainly may leave a jump here trying to kill the cue ball.
What do you see, Jeremy? What do you see? I've lost the plot at the minute.
Yeah, he's got to slow spin this, really, and just play the cue ball behind the 8 and just disregard where the 2's going. It's just going to creep past the 9.
He's kicking. He's trying to make the 9. He's trying to turn the 9 over. He's got a chance if the 2's close. Watch the 9 ball turn over.
How deep is he going, though?
Don't know it is too hard.
Wow.
Oh, EKLENT KAC has found an absolute beauty!
We thought that GORST would take that outcome all day, every day. That's what I said. Maybe not. What an inspirational effort. 13-13, but no one watching at home and no one in this crowd here in Jeddah are regarding this as unlucky. Simply wonderful, this final, and what a shot.
Wasn't dead set. The ball, when it's close to another ball, if you hit the opposite side of the combo, it turns it over. Jeremy, you were too negative, buddy.
Yeah, look how narrowly he went behind the sixes, by the six as well.
Don't overdo it, just play the nice speed. Play the shot how you would in practice. It's actually okay, just a little dinker.
Is he going to stun it above the side here?
No, I don't like that. Okay, you did, Jeremy. Where's the cue ball? Ooh, I didn't like it. I thought he could have just a little dinker.
Yeah, but that's again all how you hit the pocket. He overcut it a hair, so the cue ball came out a bit more.
Arguably tougher than the opening shot of this rack. Look at this, he's jacked up. Oh, this is horrible. I don't even want to look.
Yeah, the pink's been the problem for both players. Wow, what a shot.
EKLENT KAC has got the heart of a lion.
He suddenly found the groove.
Yeah, more than a groove, I think. I'm not sure exactly what went on in the chair during him losing a couple games there to make it look very, very bad situation, but ever since that dry break at 13-9, it's been something special.
Okay, many a player would have dragged that ball in. Not for KAC, he thumped it off the second.
No, he's flowing now.
I know, I get
yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, he's like the beginning of the tournament almost, really. Does he go two cushions here?
Yeah, he's got to, I think. The angle's there, but right.
And let's not forget, in the semi-finals, he was 6-2 down and won 9 consecutive racks. When he gets into this kind of mode, he's a steam train.
May go 2 rails on the inside.
I don't think so. Just one. Keep it simple.
No, I get it. I get it. Well, you can say what you like. For EKLENT KAC to get to the hill first, this is one of the finest performances I've ever seen on a pool table.
Yeah, the epitome of digging deep.
EKLENT KAC wins 2
What
racks.
a turnaround! What resilience! 5 racks in succession for EKLENT KAC. FEDOR GORST made all the running early, but now KAC is the first to the hill. He needs one more.
Yeah, also, how many times have you played a game, Jeremy, where you don't get a shot on the lowest ball?
Yeah, but that's usually hill. This feels a little different. Oh, it wasn't the best connection. You could kind of hear it. And now's your chance, FEDOR GORST.
He's done it all week, Mr. GORST. He has done it all week.
I think he can play the 1. He's going into the 3, but maybe a little high inside spin. The top right corner's pretty open if he can carry underneath the 5. I think he may play something like that. Maybe just a hair of outside or straight and take a little distance on the 2. Balls are going to move here.
Yeah, I said before, just a few moments ago, FEDOR GORST has been tested time and time again this week, and he's kept answering the question. He's kept doing the business in these situations, match after match after match. He did it at the World Pool Masters, beating Joshua Filler hill. He's going to have to put a bit of a stroke on this one.
Yeah, but if he gets into the 6, if he can get into the 6, maybe just stun over and take a little distance. But what a rack here to try and tie the match.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 could be a little juicy.
Yeah, 4 to 5.
In the previous rack, KAC was tested with the long 2. Now it's GORST's turn.
The extension, please.
Let's face it, at this stage, everything is a tester.
Yeah, the situation is building up. He forgot about the shot clock. The beep reminded him. So he's reset on this shot.
Yeah, it's got more angle than I thought, so that's a good thing, actually.
Wow. Cued that.
It's gonna have
Pure
to,
as you like.
Very much still there.
yeah, come aggressive here on 2 cushions. Don't lay up too much because you could fall a little funny, or the draw is a little sending you. Oh, he's playing for the side.
I don't mind that. It's coming round nicely.
No,
It's
he
coming
let us
round
stroke
very
him.
nicely, JJ.
He didn't want to fall awkward on the 6 for the lower left.
That's quite a quartet. So talented. The defending champion, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, knows his crown is going to go in the next rack or 2.
He's perfect.
Yeah, the 4 gentlemen we've just seen on the screen, they've all been involved in close battles, and I'm sure they're even sat there, Jeremy, thinking, what a final this has been. What a spirited comeback from EKLENT KAC, who's had everything thrown at him. And now it's GORST's turn to tie the match up and take us to a 1-rack shootout.
Yeah, he's been pretty tidy. He's fell a little short, but better a little more short than awkward straight, kind of drawing on the 9. He'll slide over. And remember, we always talk about it's a rarity to have a break and run hill in the final. We just rarely see it. But who did it last? And we haven't seen it in a while. It was in the Whirlpool Masters and the guy at the table.
The cue ball is plumb. Respect to FEDOR GORST here, back against the wall. It was not an easy run out, Jeremy, but it's this 9-ball for 14-14, and it's there!
FEDOR GORST.
FEDOR GORST continues to defy belief. The World 9-Ball Tour continues to defy belief.
There's the handshake. It's FEDOR GORST who's breaking on the hill for the title.
He's the World Masters champion.
Rack. FEDOR GORST to break.
The World Masters champion. Will he be the master of brinkmanship yet again?
Can I look, boys? Can I look?
The 2's coming.
No,
The 2's coming. The cue ball's behind the 9. It's going to be a push out.
Wow, he's not golden. Phew.
You never know. He might take the jump if the 8 wasn't in the way. I doubt it, but boy, a tough push out as well with a pretty open rack.
Jeremy, you were supposed to tell me I could look then when the 9 didn't go in. That's what he's faced with.
Well, I think he would have heard it if the 9 was threatening the pocket.
What do you see, JJ, with the push out?
I'd like to tie something up here. I tell you, I know the 3's a little tough. Not saying it's not playable, but it doesn't have the near pocket. Yeah, you don't want to push out to an easy safety. Don't think there's a jump he really wants to attack, unless he's going to jump the 2 and bank the 3 maybe. I don't know. Or jump the 9 at the 2 and bank the 3. So
The extension, please.
I like that corner where he's looking, and I'm trying to see if there's an easy safety there that he's leaving. May use the extension here. He's already called it, actually.
Yeah, he's already used it. Marcel just said extension, please. So GORST will have no more extensions in this final rack. The balls are all in the open. I mean, the 3 ball's a little tricky, Jeremy.
Absolutely, it is, and I think that's his biggest protection on this push out. So he's going to play off the pink, it appears. Could tie up the ball, right? Could tie up the 6 onto the purple.
I think KAC goes, you know. Especially if the cue ball runs into the 9. Is that angle there, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think it's. But the thing is, it could be all right going by the 9. If he catches the top of the 9 here, I think he's got to shoot. Really, really, right? I mean, he was down 13-9. It looked terrible. He's hitting the ball the best of the match right here at the end. It'll be interesting to see if he passes it back, what GORST had in mind. I don't think he can push the 2 past the 8 and get the cue ball past the 9. Well, maybe. Maybe. He's definitely catching the 9, though, if he goes for the pocket. 100%.
FEDOR, please play again.
So interesting stuff here, and we're going to get to see exactly what GORST was thinking.
KAC didn't use his extension there, did he? He passed it over on the beep, so he still has the extension. GORST doesn't.
Yeah, he may still have it after this is over also if GORST goes for this ball. I think he's pushing through. He never looked at the pocket, so I think he's trying to play the 2 up by the 4 maybe. Push through the 9, behind the 9. Yeah. Oh, this is going to lay up. This is going to...
No, it's not going to lay up. It looked like it was going to. I was with you, Jeremy. I thought catching the 8, it's gone wrong. Cross bank, I mean...
Well, the safety's difficult, that's for sure. Looks like he maybe hit it somewhat with like a high right ball, maybe
please.
A little stun.
Can you really control the cue ball properly, though, or are you just chancing your arm a little bit?
Well, I think if he plays it, he's got to dig on it a little bit, try to come 1 rail past the side, underneath the 3, trying to create something. And not only that, really, I mean, if you're going to play the bank, no position is essential. I mean, really needed, but you've got to put the emphasis on the bank shot itself.
Well, it is the cross bank. Watch the lower centre pocket. Spin the cue ball round as well. Oh, just catches the point. Needs a little love.
He's going to not get it. Yeah, well, the 2 doesn't have a pocket. Not a good pocket. It's got the upper corner. It is natural to play it in the corner and come 1 rail over.
What a scary shot. Another look. Just off the top jaw.
At the end of this rack, one of these will be devastated, the other will be overjoyed. But who is who?
Well, that's gone wrong. I'm amazed he didn't go for the pot there, Jeremy. I'm amazed.
I'm totally amazed. But the entire match, though, a few times when he was on the fence, he leaned towards the safety, and he's left a dead natural here, it appears. To get position on the 3, it needs a little inside, a hair of check. And this really matters how you hit the pocket, really. The side could come into play.
Also, if he does get in behind the 3, he's going to need an angle to get over for the 4. It's not easy, but it's a chance he probably didn't expect he was going to get so soon.
May have checked it too much. No, he's okay. No, the 3 doesn't pass the 8. We're far from over on this hill game. I think he may go, though. This is steep, but he can handle distance on the 4.
Well, I'd be shaking like a leaf.
He's going behind the 6-7. He's chopping this 3 and going behind the 6-7.
Got to make sure you put enough spin on the cue ball here, so you don't scratch.
Or
so
hit the 6.
Scratch.
Oh,
so
my.
you don't scratch. He's forgot to spin the ball.
Well, that was a great call. It wasn't a great shot. It could be.
And please start the shot clock.
The most expensive mistake in
Thank you,
9-ball
Trent.
history.
Down, please.
You know what, Jeremy? Obviously, we don't get a lot of time to look at the table, but I tell you what, I'd have played a bit of a coward shot. I'd have fired at the 3 in the corner and rammed the cue ball into the 9, I'm telling you.
Well, I think he had his extension as well, but... Okay, he's got an awful stretch here. Should be okay, but I thought he would attack Kachi, to be honest. I mean, maybe draw the ball to the end rail and take some distance on the pink. But
yeah, we said the same with FEDOR. It was similar shots, weren't it, into that same pocket. They both decided it wasn't for them, and you know, it's their decision. But in the end, GORST, what a chance. Listen, they're all there, fellas. These are all there.
yeah, and he's fallen underneath the 5 just perfectly. So no chance of a mistake here, you wouldn't think. Make sure you don't draw over the 9 to where you're a little jacked up, making something awkward for nowhere. He did.
All depends on what angle he's got here, but like you said, Jerry, good call. If he lands below the 9, he does have a little bit of angle, but, well... Yeah, well done, FEDOR. It's not where he wanted the cue ball, of course, but what is he feeling here?
My heart's going.
Tell you, it's something incredible, though.
Listen, most pool players are not very good with this instrument. He wants to land level or a little bit higher on the 8. He doesn't want to land low like this. This is the problem. Now he's either going to just drag it in. I don't think he can.
No, he's got plenty of angle,
Yeah,
Carl.
he's got
Yeah,
angle,
yeah.
okay.
He doesn't have that awkward one. He's going to work the cue ball up and down. I like just one rail here, Carl. Huh? I don't force the second rail myself. Just use your talent and your speed control.
Okay, it all comes down to this 8 ball and where the cue ball finishes on the 9 for FEDOR GORST. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. It's absolutely perfect.
Well, hats off to Kachi. I'll tell you what, he showed a lot of heart. But GORST is going to be our champion.
FEDOR GORST is champion of the world.
The world pool master is indeed the master of brinkmanship.
Come on!
FEDOR Alexeyevich GORST jumps onto the table. He jumps to number 1 in the World 9-Ball Tour rankings, and most importantly, as he embraces his coach, Johan Reichek, he is the World 9-Ball champion again, 5 years on from his breakthrough success. His first prize is $250,000 US, and boy did he earn that. Over the course of the championship, he played 169 racks. He did it the hard way. He lost his opener. He played poorly, but he came through 1, 2, and with this, 3 deciding rack finishes.